Good afternoon, folks. I'm recording this clip to give you a very brief overview of how to use APSL's new PULSE CRM system. PULSE is a new application we've introduced both for partners and end users to give them the ability to log tickets with us online, but also receive proactive email updates and have a portal to look into to see where the engineers are with any of your trouble tickets. So there are two ways to access the online application. You can do this from any standard web browser. You can type in helpdesk.apsluk.com, hit enter, and that'll take you straight through to the portal login page. The other way to do it is from our website. You go to apsluk.com, and from here you can click on Services and then Pulse Migration. There's a little bit of blurb here about what Pulse is and what does it mean for you as our customers. But underneath here is a nice little link that will take you through to exactly the same page that you saw before. Okay, so the first thing to know is to get a login to Pulse, you need to speak to your channel account manager. They'll issue you with a form. You can sign up as many people as you want. And what will happen is, as you log in as a partner, you'll be able to select each of the end user sites you have available with us. If you log in as an end user, so you request a login for one of your customers, they'll only be able to see the site that that they work for. Okay, so I'm just going to log in here. And what you see now is the welcome screen. Okay, I'll just take the Google bit away. And there's two main things you can do here. You can raise a new service request, or you can view your existing service requests. We'll go into that in a little bit later. You can also search by our ticket reference number or your ticket reference, or you can search by keywords here. You can also go into My Details and amend any of your contact details, your email, your company website. You can go to Edit Details here and fill in any of those numbers that you want to do, to put your DDI number in maybe, or if you change your email address, we can hold that all within here. Your email address is important because that's where your email updates will go to, but all the other details are really only there for us if we need to get hold of you. Okay, make a change, hit save. It'll tell you if any of the mandatory fields have not been available. So here I obviously missed a field, so I hit save now. Again, that's now saved and you can see the changes you've made on that splash screen. Okay, so let's go back to the home page and get into the main meat of what you're looking to do. So the most common reason you'll probably come in here is actually to log a new service request. Okay, so you can click on the star here and it will take you through to that request page. Now what you see at the top of the screen here, it says filtering for APSL demo. So that's the site that we're raising the ticket on. Okay. If you're a partner logging into here, you'll be able to see all of the sites that are allocated to you underneath there, so you can log them for the correct customer. Now, customer reference number, because that can be your own ticket reference. Okay, so you can put that in there. So we've got a reference of your ticket number. We can refer that back to you within the emails and the records we keep. Title, so this is the kind of headline on what the issue might be. Okay, so we'll put a simple request in here. Okay, you see that's a mandatory field with a star that's allocated to it. You can then give a much more detailed description of what the service issue is, or what experience the customer's going through. So you can type that in there. So if I put extension 1234, cannot dial international numbers. Okay. You can upload a file here, so if we've asked you to get hold of a trace, or the customer's already sent you a trace, that can be uploaded so our engineers have visibility of it straight away. You then come down to what class of fault is this. So as you can see here, we've got advanced support, service token, and hardware maintenance. Okay, if you know part of the phone system has broken or the data network has broken, you can just go straight into a hardware maintenance call and give details of whatever part has gone wrong up here. Advanced support is maybe where you're not sure, you know there's an issue but it needs diagnosing remotely, and service tokens are for moves, adds and changes. Okay, so for example, this request, cannot dial international numbers, would probably be a service token request where you're asking for a change to be done on the system. Your priority, Is this a standard request or a priority request? For something like this, it should be standard. But what you'll notice, if I select advanced support up here, you'll get different priority numbers against whatever class you've decided to allocate the issue to. Okay, what you'll notice that priority 1 is not within any of the selection criteria, even under hardware maintenance. And the reason for that is because we don't want you using this service for priority 1 calls. We really need you to be picking up the phone and talking to us so we can get an engineer allocated, because a P1 is a really severe incident. Okay, so we'll put this back to service token and we'll select it as a standard response. So products area, so is it data, voice, contact center, wireless security, or other? We'll put voice. And what vendor is that on? And as you all know, we cover Avaya and ShoreTel in-house, so we'll select Avaya. You can then hit save. Okay, so that will now log the ticket within the PULSE CRM system. So this is now visible to the Network Operations Center in Thatcham. Okay, now what you see here is a little bit of a different view. So you can see here new tickets, tickets are in progress, provisionally resolved, closed, and everything. Okay, a ticket will not move from new to in progress until an engineer has picked that ticket up. Okay, so if something's stuck in new, it hasn't been picked up by an engineer in the queue yet. It's visible to us, but we haven't responded to it as yet. And then what should happen is the ticket will move through each of the areas until it moves to closed. All right, now you can, on each of the tickets, click here for more details. You'll be able to see any of the update history that the engineers provided. You can add an update yourself if you want to here. You can update status changes, all this sort of stuff you can do on the fly by just logging in. Okay, as you can see, you've also got an idea of what the SLA is here. So this is a standard request for a move, add or change, so we don't apply a service level agreement to that. But if this was a P2, you'd see a 4-hour response or whatever service level we've agreed with you in the service package. Okay, so as a ticket moves through here, okay, what should happen is you should get automatic email updates. So when you log a ticket, you'll get an email come through to say, here's your ticket number, we are aware of it, we will get onto it, all that sort of stuff. But as it progresses through, you should also get email updates. To give you an example of when a ticket's closed out, so here's our 3 closed tickets here. So we'll go to the one raised on the 26th of June. So you can see here, this was an advanced support ticket with a priority 2. It was on ShoreTel. An alarm's been cleared. And you can see here that Martin Prowler Engineer has a confirmation from me that we can close this ticket because this wasn't a real incident. This was a demo just to show some partners how the system worked. But that's exactly what you'll see for all of the incidents you log with us. You'll see the engineer assigned, you'll see his update comments, and a ticket will only move from provisionally resolved to closed with your agreement. Okay, so you'll get all of that as the ticket progresses through to resolution. All right, if you want to see all of the tickets you've logged, so all of your ticket history, you can go to the All tab and it will give you all the tickets raised for that customer site, remember. So it's not just all of the ones you've ever logged, it'll just be for that customer site. And you can open all of these up to see more details if that's what you want to do. No problem at all. All right. Now, let's say you're in the home page and you know what your ticket reference number is. You can add that into here and it'll immediately search through for that request. Or you can search by a keyword. So if we put 1234 in, we can do a search. And there you can see here, it'll bring up all of the tickets that have got that reference 1234 in it. As you can see there, I use that all for all of my demonstration purposes. Okay, let's say you're not logging a new service request, you're just logging in to get an update on where your general tickets are at, maybe the lower priority tickets. You can go straight into view service requests by clicking this icon here. And again, you're back to this view where you can see everything that's absolutely in progress for that customer site. And that's about it. There's nothing more complicated than that. So the next steps for you as our partner is to request the number of logins you need for your organization and then think about if this would benefit any of your end users. We can create customized logins for them so they only see the details for their site only. I hope that makes sense. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, contact your channel account manager. Thank you.